Before we begin this week's episode of Netlinked Weekly, I'd like to announce the winners of the $200 gift cards. If you want to see the selection process, go ahead and click the video in the description of this video where we go through sort of the random process that enabled us to give away $200 NCIX gift cards to Tumiasde, Adrian Dillinger, Asian Frog, Gassier, Hart, HD Gaming, and Matrix Gate Akatsuki. Without further ado, here's Netlinked Weekly. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Netlinked Weekly. What's hot, awesome deals, tips, and news. And this week, a special guest, the GeForce GTX Titan. No, actually, there's a different special guest who will be discussing the GeForce GTX Titan with me. But first, let's go through and have a quick talk about what is the sale this week. So it is the February Super Sale. Not the first time NCIX has done a superhero-themed sale, but as always, and also not the first time, you can check out somewhere in the banner for a hidden Linus. You get nothing but the self-satisfaction of knowing you found him. Click the banner vault link below the video to see the full-sized, full-resolution version. Next up, what is on sale this week? Another bundle. So it's an Onkyo 7.1 channel network stereo receiver with obviously 7.1 speakers to go with it, including towers, a sub, sides, and rears, as well as a center channel. So that's only $700, which is a savings of about, wow, $350. Next up, we've got the Crysis 3 bundle. So I'm going to invite my special guest. How long do you think he was planning that for? You spent the entire time over there thinking about how you were going to make your exit, and that's what you came up with?
No, I just unrolled my premium tank from the garage, and boy, does it have inscriptions on it. Too bad I don't have the more gigahertz for the win.
Okay, so the Crysis 3 bundle is a Vengeance K60, a Vengeance M60, an MM200 mouse pad, Vengeance 2000 wireless headset, and a copy of Crysis 3. Was this your idea?
It was the Magnificent Dwarf's idea.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, it was a good idea. I thouut it was your idea. You save $100, you get Crysis 3, you get some rockin' gaming peripherals to go with it. Next up, we've got a Mediasonic Infrared Night Vision 720p dash cam. So a dash cam is great for if you're in Russia. This is one of the reasons I brought you in a little bit early. So the meteor that hit your homeland, did you see any of the dash cam videos?
Well, problem is that in Soviet Russia, the video cam transmits you. So, unfortunately, I didn't. But actually, somebody found a piece of meteor, and now he's trying to sell it on eBay. Problem is that he actually found it before the thing actually landed, so...
Well, okay.
Our nation is undefeated.
So anyway, if you want to capture footage of a meteor striking your homeland, make sure you get yourself one of these. Next up, HD 7970. Along the lines of our Titan sort of discussion is how awesome the 7970 is with the latest Never Settle drivers. It performs extremely well in pretty much everything and really puts up a good showing considering you can get this one for $360 with free games Far Cry 3, Sleeping Dogs, Hitman Absolution, Bioshock Infinite, and Crysis 3.
That's like $300 worth of AAA titles.
Yeah.
Two of them haven't been released yet, but that's a good deal.
I mean, if you're planning to buy any games, don't buy games. Buy a video card and then get games. Finally, the G27 for $220. If you're a racing game player, then that's a pretty crazy value. We haven't seen that one on sale in a long time. So our tip for this week is free shipping on popular tablets. Go ahead, go to the homepage, click the link below the sale, and you will see a bunch of popular tablets that you can get free shipping on. Which leads us into our weekly news. GameSpy has closed its doors. What are your thoughts?
Well, you see, back when I actually just came to Canada, I cut my gaming teeth, so to speak, on Amplayer, which then got absorbed by GameSpy, and, well, they sort of killed the franchise and most of the customer player base. But now I guess they have caved in because you need to treat your customers and player base right and not try to shove stuff down their throats. And
I mean, the only thing I knew GameSpy was for was downloading patches. And when's the last time you manually downloaded a patch?
Back before 1 gigahertz.
Before 1 gigahertz. No, oh, come on. That's not even right.
I always want to use that line.
You just wanted to say the punchline. Okay, well, the point is, most games these days are on Uplay or Steam or that other one.
That other one.
Yeah, the unspeakable one. So at this point, your games stay automatically patched. So why did they need to exist? I guess they didn't, but it's still a big change. Next up, new Humble Bundle. So you hadn't heard of this yet, so I'll explain. But basically what it is a Humble Bundle. You choose how much you want to pay. And we have another special guest. Really? You're not going to join us? The one and only NCIX Esther randomly showed up in the middle of our filming. The box you're trying to pick up is right there. The video card on top of it you don't need. But come in and say hi to the camera.
Hi, camera.
Yay!
The box I need.
It's that box that it's
Yeah.
part of the you cannot have pack.
I know, I'm not giving it to you though. I'm giving it to her.
Oh, I can't put this on my head, can I?
No, you can't. It's quite heavy. You were going to put it on your head?
I was.
Okay, well, I would suggest finding an alternate plan. So,
Yeah, well, you can keep the box. I'm gonna keep the game.
So the new Humble Bundle features speed-developed games from Mojang and Friends. So those are the Minecraft folks. So what you're doing is you're paying for, I think it's something like 9 games that are not developed yet. But if you buy it, you get to watch a live stream of the developers developing these games, and then you'll end up with whatever you'll end up with. And 8 games. Your thoughts?
No comment, because it's like, hey, it's like, you know, in Soviet Russia we have this thing. It's like, it's called a blind trade. It's like, hey, I'll trade you, and then you have an item in your pocket, but you don't tell what the other person what it is, right?
Uh-huh.
And then the other person like, oh, I'll trade you too, right? And you swap, and then you look at, oh, here's what I got, right? Sometimes it's a pure win. Sometimes it's like, okay, right?
Well, is it any different from pre-ordering a AAA title?
Well, it depends whether it comes from the a certain 2-letter developer. Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe you just said that. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let's get into our Titan discussion. So this is the world's most powerful single GPU card. Overclocked, it can easily run at...
1037?
What? Oh, well, okay, yes, but I thought you were going to say 1 gigahertz.
1 gigahertz point 037. I can only use the punch like twice or 3 times. That was just...
Really? After twice or 3 times, that's where you draw the line?
Well, yeah. You're the one who taught me that. I've been saying it like 10 times a day and you get out of my office. I was like, well...
So the Titan, actually, we were able to run ours at 1.13, no problem, all the time, which made it about 30% faster to 40% faster than a GTX 680, making it hands down the fastest single GPU card. And where do you see something like this fitting into the market?
Remember the 8800 Ultra?
Yes.
The Ultra?
Yeah, what was that? That was $999, wasn't it? Or $899?
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is pretty much the most gigahertz packed in one card the humanity has ever seen. The mothership is in the orbit.
So there's a lot of people complaining about the pricing of this card at $1,000 because you could get 2 660 Ti's or 2 680s or whatever else. But I guess the point you're making with the 8800 Ultra is it's not really any different from anything else we've ever seen.
Yeah. It's just, hey, I have the fastest card on the planet.
And you know what?
The end.
This performs a lot better. It's more better than a 680 than the Ultra was from a GTX.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the 8800 was just like cherry-picked cores and they clocked it up, 17 megahertz higher?
And it had a different cooler on it.
Yeah.
And I think that actually the, like most of them didn't even overclock that much higher than GTX.
Yeah, they were pretty much topped out, so...
Okay, so at least with the Titan, you get something significantly better than a 680 at stock. It actually overclocks, which I was impressed with. Like, it really overclocks. If you water cool it, it overclocks even better because it won't throttle its voltage, it won't throttle its GPU boost 2.0. So basically, yeah.
Apparently that's how the original news about the gaming grade card were leaked out. EK Water Blocks have made a liquid cooling block for a new card, which is like G110 or whatever, right? And people are like, oh, yeah, nobody's gonna put that on, you know, Teslas or Quadros, so that's how the original news leaked out.
Ah, I see. Okay. All right, well, I think that pretty much wraps it up. So it's for people who really do want the best of the best, sort of value gets thrown out the window, and you go from there. I mean, it has low thermals, which is great. It's quiet, so it's great for like small form factor compared to something like a 690, although it doesn't perform quite as well as a 690. And I think that pretty much wraps it up. Thanks for joining us, Russian.
Yeah, well, I actually have 2 news that... Don't touch my
I want to try them.
No, you don't get to touch my swag. Yeah, I went there. All right. I actually have a couple of news. Okay. First of all,
I'm just gonna cut this off in the editing. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Dramatic pause done. The system that we launched last week.
You want me to go get it?
Actually, it's around the corner.
Oh, that one.
What happened is that lots of people have said, "Oh, wait, it's a $999 system, but I can have it for $800, $750. Oh, my system for 6 bills demolishes it, right?" So what I did is I actually went to PC Parts Picker and I went to the trouble of actually matching the entire component list just to demonstrate just how much the actual components within the system would cost. And it came out to, well, pretty much this system. If you were to go to all of the e-tailers and get the best deal from them and build it by yourself, you would get just the parts. So when, as Linus would attest, NCIX PC goes to great lengths to actually negotiate with our partners special deals just for our PCs. So whenever you get it, you pretty much pay the cost of parts at average prices, and we have a build for you, so you get a turnkey solution like within 5 minutes after unpacking it.
And 1-year warranty.
1-year warranty in-house. We don't outsource anything, and we also have started throwing some kind of goodies into every system we've been launching for the last 2 months. Also comes with a bunch of stuff, right? So from now on, I'll be doing it every time because, well, you know, men lie, women lie, marketing lies, numbers don't. And that's tip number 1. Tips number 2 is like this: get your hands into a fragging position, okay? So you do gigahertz, 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 gigahertz. Get jiggy with it like your name was Will Smith. And this is how you do the geek style Harlem Shake. That one went right through! I'm going back to the garage.